between the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Carson. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us in their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Taken down at the 30. Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. This from 44 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception. and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly, but they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 65 yards.
And they've already clinched the playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, Bonds. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Fair catch called for, no gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Taken down at the 42. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this one is right through, and that will make it 6-0. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Panthers at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on 3rd down, Bonds. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Baker, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Bonds. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. 6-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And this game, CD, some are calling it the game of the year. Others are saying, hey, this is the Super Bowl preview. And as we speak, these are the top seeds in each conference. How do you think these two teams approach this one internally?
And I think that we both subscribe to the theory that it is the game of the year so far, and it could be a Super Bowl preview. I know outwardly both teams are going to tell us, hey, it's 1 of 16. We're going to do what we do. Let's just go ahead and play our game. But I think we both know that internally they're saying we've got to establish we're the team to beat in case we see them again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it again with Henry.
Taken down at the 42.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 43. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man complete. That's Robertson.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From the 6. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 3rd down, Baker. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Henry up the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Justin Madubuike
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run for it with Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. And Henry fighting for the marker. But I don't think he got there. He did not. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Panthers ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
To throw on third down, Bonds. And that will be incomplete as well. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They begin with Henry. 75 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And here come the Bills.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robertson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
He'll take this to the 46.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. It's Carson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Henry.
Down to about the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
On 1st down, Bonds.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down. Bonds.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That's good for our Panthers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bonds. This is intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 41.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he's got room.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Hall again on 2nd down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Robertson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Carolina offense about ready to go. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Bonds. He finds his man. Complete. It's Baker. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. On 1st and 10. Bonds to the sideline. And wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down. Complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Bonds. And a little floater there is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Again, it's Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. And this is Ertz with it, right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players who somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 86. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw on second down. Bonds
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Bonds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. They'll look to throw again. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Bonds. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Now 3rd down and 14.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 28. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, Bonds. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
Holding. Defense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So now the Panthers down by 16, 1:45 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
That is caught. Bateman.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bonds. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
Throwing on 1st down. Bonds. He finds his man. Complete. That's Greer.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back to throw. Bonds. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Back to throw again.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown, you need a two-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for two again. That's why teams are practicing multiple two-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big two-point conversions. They'll try and throw for it. And that's caught at the 2. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Let's go, man.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start by running the option to the right.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Bills,
they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.